I usually say happy Tuesday, but they were saying happy birthday to Bobby. Bobby, happy birthday, buddy.
Thanks so much, man. I doesn't feel any different today, if that makes sense.
No, not even though yesterday when I gave you as a great gift of an underpaid gig to open for me and travel far for no reason. What a
Dude, at
gift.
the
What a friend I am. I even message you and go, you don't have to take this if you don't want to. I almost feel bad, but like, I'd like to have you on the show if you want. But
dude, I'm so thankful of that. And all kidding aside, like when I first started getting into comedy and paying attention to club names, the Brouhaha, hearing Joe List go there is one of the first ones I remember. So I'm looking forward
yeah,
to
he
it
didn't
in the
shut the fuck
June.
up about that place. He used to before he got accepted into real clubs, he would real he was really smart at making sure they understood how much he liked it. You know, I mean, this is a different club, but it's still the same name. You know, now they moved it over somewhere, but still, it'll be cool to be there. You, me, and Mike Massaro. That'll be at the end of June on a weekend. But anyway, when I hear from plugs, we hear from birthdays, and it's your birthday. How old of a man are you today?
I think I'm 32. I'm at
Nice.
that
It's
age
cool
where you
when you have to
stop
think about it.
remembering your age.
Oh, I've never forgotten my age.
No, but you
Oh,
made it through the pandemic.
so did you.
Yeah, but I was younger.
Not by 4 years. 4 years ago was the pandemic.
Right, but that was 10% of my life. I mean, like what percent of your life was the pandemic?
7, I guess. I'm not good at math. I don't know.
Mine was easy because it was 30. I was like, oh, just move that decimal spot 1 point.
Yeah, so what? I guess you consider the pandemic would be 4 years ago from now, because it was in
No,
the
no,
we were in the midst of it, right?
I was just saying it was 3 years long. So it'd be
No,
your
no, I'm
age
saying, but
divided
like
by
the
three.
beginning of it, if you go right to where it started, that's right. It's a good place to start the age we're at. Oh,
I thought you
Chinese. I
said go
was
where it
like,
started.
I was like, I thought it was the world's worst breaking news music. Yes,
No, yeah. So I
breaking
was
news.
the way I do it is I was born in '92, so I'm 32.
Well, you shouldn't have a way of doing it. You should be able to just know how old you are.
I don't like ages.
I know, but you're like, here's how I do it.
It's just a real weird statement to make in today's day and age. I didn't mean it like that, but just like
You shouldn't have to keep doing the math. You should just know all the time. Like it only changes once a year, and then you're that thing for 365 days.
yeah, but like at a certain point, don't you think it'd be easier to break down like you're a kid, you're a teenager, you're a young adult, you haven't died yet, and it's not happy anymore.
No,
Okay.
remember that's when Frank used to call before pedophilia. You just
Oh Jesus, yeah.
yeah, because you have too much. There's too much range.
That is a good point.
I think
Teenager
you
up
could.
to problem, teenager okay and on.
Yeah, I think you could do eight. You have to do the ages up to 18, and then you could be grouped.
Yeah, you know what? That's cool. Legal but not able to drink and fun, able to drink to kill your problems.
Or just three of them. Full of hope is a certain group at the beginning, 18 to like 30. Full of regret, it's like the full of shit is like 30 to 50, and then full of regret is 50 to the rest.
Well, I'm aging quick then.
Yeah, you're close.
You know who else
Close
is
to
full
it.
of regret? Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan, our friend, or the reporter, and the guy who broke the big story that you kind of liked yesterday.
I just kind of liked it because apparently the real Martha came on and was on Piers' show, and we talked about that a bit yesterday. But she came out today after Piers bashed her a bit. It was like he smells like shit.
Oh boy! So she was live in studio with him, and he stinks.
Baby Reinder's real Martha claims dreadful Piers Morgan smells
No,
in a
you know what? I would
bombshell
think he
interview.
smells. Yeah, I would think he smells.
Yeah, I think he probably smells like man cock.
Man, cock. Well, that's better than lady cock.
Apparently, StreamYard didn't like my homophobia there.
Oh yeah, they were like, nope, we don't play that game. Not here. Not now. Not us. Oh, I thought you were going to read a story. You're just telling the headline and that's
No,
it.
that was just like the one update to the
Oh,
Baby Reindeer
okay.
situation
I
was
was,
that she came out. That's why I was like, I want to just say this really quick. I think it's hilarious. She was like, "Stop the presses. Everything you said was true, but I'd like to point out he smells awful."
yeah, well, thank you, lady, because I was wondering. I was like, are they going to make a Yankee candle of Piers Morgan someday? And I guess not. I guess they won't.
They would have to call it a British candle, wouldn't they? Then, Pat.
Now, that was some breaking news, but the real breaking news yesterday, I saw all over the place last night. Former Red Sox pitcher arrested in Florida as part of an underage sex sting.
Ugh.
By the way, it's a big deal even when the New York Post puts up an article and it's just from the Associated Press. They are not trying to write their own spin. They took real news. They're like, people need to know this real news.
This is important. No spin zone.
No. Former Boston Red Sox pitcher Austin Maddox was arrested in Florida as part of an underage sex sting, authorities announced Monday. Maddox, who was one of 27 people arrested as part of the multi-agency operation late last month, Jacksonville, Florida Sheriff TK Waters said they are accused of soliciting sex over the internet from people who they believed were children, officials said. James Hill, a defense attorney for Maddox, said he intends to fight the allegations against him and will enter a plea of not guilty should formal charges be filed. Maddox, 33, began communicating with an undercover agent pretending to be an underage girl on April 28th, an arrest report said. He expressed his intent to have sex with the girl even after she told him she was 14, officials said. Maddox agreed to meet the girl at a prearranged location where he was arrested by law enforcement officials, authorities said. He is charged with 4 felony counts, including traveling to meet after using a computer to solicit a child. He's being held in jail on a $300,000 bond. Where are we here? Maddox played college ball for the University of Florida, was drafted by the Red Sox in 2012. He made his major league debut with the team in 2017 after several years in the minors. He spent about 3 months on the Red Sox roster before heading back to the minors to recover from shoulder injuries. He was released from the team in 2019. So he didn't really play for them for that long, but he played for them long enough so when he gets arrested for something awful, he's the lead. That's what kind of sucks. You know what I mean? He didn't really amount to anything, but he amounted to more things than anyone else of the 26 other people trying to bang kids in his fun group. By the way, there's a picture of him. Please let there be a celebrity.
Please let there be a celebrity.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cops pinning him down. They're yelling, "Give me your hand." There's a whole video thing, but they tackled the fuck out of this guy. So who is the piece of shit of the story? Is Austin Maddox trying to ruin the Maddox name in pitching? There's Greg, there's Mike. Greg's a Hall of Famer. Mike was a lifer. Like, there were so many good Maddox. Now Austin shows up for a cup of tea and a cup of kids and gets in there and ruins everything. It's fucking terrible. Is it cops who pretend to be kids? Stop being so good at being kids. You trap these guys all the time. There's the thing, adults, if you're trying to talk to a kid online and it seems too good to be true, it probably is. They say all the things I understand and like. Yeah, because kids wouldn't do that. Kids are all fucking kids and stuff. Adults would. Adults would say the fun things like, let's meet somewhere. Kids not meeting up. The kid's like, you go pick me up after I watch cartoons? I'm trying to eat cereal right now. It's like, I need the password, Mom, so I can keep texting Austin Maddox. She's like, the worst of the Maddox? Like, yep, the worst of the Maddox. Not even the TV show Maddox from like 1,000 years ago. Not that guy. Is it the Boston Red Sox for signing a pedophile? I mean, they drafted him out of college. They're like, we like the cutting edge gym. They kept him in the minors a long time. Minors get it because he fucks kids. And he's like, I love being in the minors. I love being in the minors so much. Like, all right, we'll leave you down there then. He goes, that's not what I meant. I like being in other minors.
Fuck the league you're in, not the one you want to be in. They're like, that's not a saying at all.
No, not even close. Or is it the New York Post? Because this is when I want to bend cost. This is when I want an A show, whatever. This is when I want them to write their wacky puns. But no, Associated Press. That's who did. We need a real news story because this is real news. But this is the kind of story that you think they would take care of all the time. You know, it's like Young Girl series or something like that. Or it's like,
yeah. Sometimes birth certificates matter in baseball.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, that is funny. Or is it birth certificates? Because if you're Cuban, you pretend to be old, but if you're Austin Maddox, you pretend they're old. Who's the piece of shit? Birthday boy, you go ahead.
Well, it's not. I was gonna say it was Greg Maddux for fucking that kid, but we kind of covered the Maddux legacy being ruined. So for me, this is gonna be a bit of a controversial take.
Okay.
But if you think about what this young Austin went through, right? Probably about 8th grade, he started to become one of the top prospects in the country, right? And so people started setting him up to make him better at baseball, started teaching him how to play baseball, how to live his life around baseball. Then he goes to college, gets drafted in the minors, and they're developing him to be in the majors. Like, at the end of the day, this man has been groomed for baseball. He's just doing what he knows, right? In his mind, that's what you do. You go find a young person, you mentor him in the ways of life. It's not right, but it's just what he's been raised in. So he's partially the piece of shit for that. The other piece of shit would be women. This is like
women. Why women?
This is like the 5th pro athlete we've heard of that's allegedly been fucking a kid in the past,
How's
what,
that
2
women's
weeks?
fault?
Look better.
Oh no. Well, he doesn't want them to
Uh,
look like women.
Then figure it out. I'm just
What's
saying.
happening?
I'm just saying, like, start dressing a little better, ladies, and this will be less of a problem. Do you think it's a coincidence that the pedophilia numbers have spiked right as the women's movement has spiked? I don't.
I don't know where you're going. I know it's your birthday, but this one's a hot take.
Yeah, I know. I was just trying to have something other than the clear pedophile be the piece of shit in the story. It seems pretty cut and dry to me.
You think the only piece of shit in the story about a pitcher who's a pedophile is the pedophile and nobody else?
I mean, I don't think the Red Sox were asking him to be like, all right, now here's dude. This is our career. We get hired pre-draft to go in and take the prospective prospects through 15 or 19.
I guess it was good by them because they were like, hey, we know this guy might like kids. Let's just get him out of college where there might be someone like Doogie Howser or something and just get him right where adults are. Maybe these guys will sat him out of it. You know what I mean? Like maybe he'll meet some old cougar in the minor leagues and then she'll change his mind. But nope.
Let's put him in the home of parental supervision, Florida.
Yeah.
I fear you may have missed my brilliant idea where we go in pre-draft and take the number 1 pick through 15 or 19. Because I feel like there's a lot of money in that where we just go and we show them a bunch of pictures and we're like, no giddy. You don't want giddy. He's giddy for the kids.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a brilliant idea because then we become like the number 1 pedophile test show. And I don't know if I want to be that. I guess we're going to be number 1 of something.
We're the number 1 in WNBA podcast.
Yeah, and that might hurt us with them because I don't think they like pedophiles at all.
No,
most of them were diddled. That's why they're doing what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. They're trying to win back daddy's love with a skyhook.
I have somebody, Bobby, that's the piece of shit in the story, and it's not Austin Maddox.
Is it
Austin Maddox is a piece of shit. So let's just remove him from. He is obviously. It's the other 26 guys who formed a cool group. Why are you in a group? Why is there a team? Why are you better? Dude, he has a bigger group there than he did on his baseball roster before they go to September. It's
do you think they had
people on that roster? It's 26 on the pedophile roster.
Do you think he had during his meeting he started to give signs? So he's like, all right, when I touch my nose, that's the indicator, but lip, that means oral sex. You guys get the gestures.
Do you think he had a like some of the really good relievers? He had like music. Y'all ready for kids? And he just comes running in. It's like,
hey, bum ba 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 ba, and you're like, wait a second.
Jesus Christ.
Bum bum bum.
Do you have a story? Because I shouldn't have started with this.
Yeah, I've got 2 music stories today, Pat.
Nice.
Would you prefer a story about Nicki Minaj or about Elvis's granddaughter?
Let's go with good old Nicki Minaj.
Wow, wasn't seeing that for you, just based on age and location.
I enjoy her music.
I do too. You a stupid hoe. You a stupid hoe.
Yeah, she says the words I want to say to music all the time.
Because there's bees. Yeah, no, I like her a lot. Nicki Minaj is accused of leaking Diddy and Meek Mill audio. Now, do you remember the Diddy
I
and Meek?
did see that quickly in the news feed. I didn't read it though, 'cause I figured it's something you'd cover.
So when the beef came out initially, when everybody was going after Diddy, this is pre Kendrick and Drake beef, which like it's weird how the minute one of the forefathers of rap gets accused of pedophilia, all the beefs fire off to cover up for him. But one of the things going around was an audio tape of Meek Mill, or of allegedly of P. Diddy. Sorry, I want to say allegedly because this fuck will sue us. Allegedly of P. Diddy
Meek
saying,
Mill?
and fucking,
No I'm kidding.
yeah. Allegedly, P. Diddy said, and fucking Meek Mill running the fuck around talking about expensive pain and his ass. Fuck Meek. He's a fucking Fruit Loop. He Diddyfied. Oh, nope, that's a different quote. But basically, it was allegedly the sound was him getting clapped by P. Diddy. And P. Diddy would send it as like an extortion thing. Word on the street is Nicki Minaj dated Meek Mill. When the date happened, she found the stuff. That's why they broke up. And she's been sitting on this until Meek acted up. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it P. Diddy? Let's say he wasn't forcing these people to have sex with him. Let's just say it was gay sex and he liked to tape it. Is that wrong? Is it wrong to tape sex noises? Is it Meek Mill for letting P. Diddy clap him while he was dating Nicki Minaj? Is it Nicki Minaj for, I mean, this is basically revenge porn, is it not? Pat, we'll kick it to you first.
Well, it's crazy because like I saw another story come out about P. Diddy yesterday where he had to apologize for a video that came out years ago of dragging a girlfriend around by her hair or something from like 7 years ago. And he's like, "Oh, my bad." And so I guess I didn't see this one here. So he had a lot of stuff going on the last day or two. This doesn't feel like the fake story. This feels real because you're using a lot of real people and you weren't really like kind of sarcastic at anything. So I think this is real. I don't know if it's illegal. You asked that question if it's illegal because every state differs if it's a one party or two party recording state. So if he's in a state where they're having gay sex and he records it and doesn't let the other person know where it's a two party, then it is illegal. But if he was like in Connecticut where it's a one party, he can do that. You know what I mean? Like putting it out there is wrong and leaking and everything, and you could say like harassment and things like that and slander and all that kind of stuff, but it isn't
Recording it not.
I don't think illegal. Also being gay is not illegal anymore, not even for black people. I think they made that legal for them like a year and a half ago.
What about in Connecticut?
So that's fine. Being black is illegal in Connecticut, but being gay and black doesn't matter because they're not allowed to be black. You're allowed to be gay. So that actually ups you in Connecticut voting polls. That makes you the greatest Democrat of all times if you're black and gay.
You're like, you're the one in the state.
You're going to be the mayor of South Windsor now. It's like, okay. Like, why?
We call you the great blue dot.
Black. Go. Anyway, so it's not Nicki Minaj. I mean, it's kind of weird that did you say that she found this out like on one date?
Allegedly, she found the tapes while they were dating. Not on a date.
Yeah, but they weren't dating that long, right?
Like a year.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like they went on one date and then she found his gay porn with P. Diddy. I'm like, first of all, kudos to her for really tossing up a house when someone goes to the bathroom, but also fucked up by him to be like, oh, I did leave my gay porn all over the place.
That's a TV show I want to see. Fucking Detective Minaj. She just walks in and she's like, they're gay porn in here.
I guess my piece of shit matters on how the information was given. If Meek Mill in a time of desperation and feeling vulnerable, trying to be a tough guy all the time and this and that, whatever, went to her, somebody thought cared about him, was like, listen, some real fucked up shit happened to me. I'm not proud of it, whatever. If these tapes ever come, I want you to know, like, this was something I never wanted to do. I was kind of fucking tricked into it. Yeah, it was consent, whatever, but like I feel like I can share this with you. And then she's like, nice. Every time we break up, I can tell everybody this shit. But like she's the piece of shit. But if like she just like dug it up and he was always like being homophobic or like kind of he is in some of his songs, and stuff like that nature, and then that came out, then he's the piece of shit. So I guess it depends on how the thing was. But either one of them is a piece of shit for dating. No, you can't. You can't have two people with fake names date. I'm sorry. One's got to have a real name, and one's got to have a fake. Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj just sounds like two things from the Teletubbies or some bullshit. It doesn't sound like real people. Sounds like the town council of South Windsor. Shots fired, South Windsor, Connecticut. I don't know why I'm.
Yeah, dude. Why are we fighting with Windsor today?
I don't know. I don't even. I know it's south of Windsor, but that's all I know of it.
No, fair enough then. Fuck them. Should have been north of Windsor, you idiots.
Yeah, that's England, bitch.
It does make you think about the Drake
Windsor,
line from
not. Get it, Windsor not?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not terrible. I'm happy this is just on Patreon.
Yeah, exactly. It does make you think about the Drake line where he was like, this isn't what she meant when she told you to open up more. Like, do you think Nicki played him the audio and he knew about me getting fucked in the butt?
No.
No? Okay. All right. It was timeline wise, it would have matched right up.
That'd be crazy if she played audio. Why does she have the audio?
You're asking me questions.
But that's the part that's weird. For him to find out verbally is one thing. For her to have the video or audio is crazy. Kind of makes you feel like she was there.
She probably was. Have we considered?
Did she say he has wet ass penis?
No, that was Cardi.
He has wet ass penis.
He has a stanky ass dick. He has a booty ass penis.
Whack ass penis.
But for me, the piece of shit's probably Meek Mill. Like, you can't claim to be a gangster rapper and then have that audio. Those two don't go together. They don't mix like two dicks and no chicks.
What are you talking about? Nothing's more gangster than going to jail, right?
Mm-hmm.
And going to jail, what's the number one thing you do in jail? You fuck a butt.
Lift weights and get
your
jacked.
Butt fucked. That's jail, baby. 3 squares and 1 homo a day. That's the deal, jail.
That's what separates the normies from the gangsters. The gangsters don't do butt stuff.
When they say put it in the clink means someone's butt.
No.
Yeah, think about it. Go in the hole. That's a butt.
No.
Everything in jail is butt.
I mean, that is kind of like how the Greeks initially had their punishment system.
Yeah, the Greeks love that. They're like, you were bad. You didn't read a scroll right. Let me fuck you in the butt. You're like, all right.
You ever think there was a Greek dad? And he was like, you beat your kid? No. Let me tell you what we do to kids.
Dude, that'd be crazy if there was a guy who's like Sakatumi teased or whatever, and he was the one guy who was like, listen, Greek parents, I found a new way. We can just be silent towards our kids and just not talk to them and make them feel isolated. We don't have to fuck them for punishment anymore. Like, oh, thank God. I'm so tired of fucking my kids. Thank God we can just put them in the corner. Thank you, Sakatumi tease.
Punishment, Sakatumi tease. I thought we were just talking about the fucking.
I'm just here for the fucking. Yes, Austian Masculus. Did I say that name?
I don't have a kid. What are you doing here, Austinius Maximus?
Even if it's not your kid, you can't do it anymore. Shucks.
So yeah,
I guess I'll go make yogurt now. Our number one export philosophy, besides kid fucking and diners, yogurt.
God, it is funny how like a group best known for starting philosophy is now just full of a bunch of people who just lay on the beach all day for a living.
That's what philosophers are. Listen, I know we look back and we just see the quotes, but for someone to just come up with quotes all day, you ain't doing shit. You're just laying on the beach and going, hey, boy, write this down. I got a hot one.
Your choice. You write it down or I fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, they're both happening, but like I'll let you choose first.
Choose the order.
That must have been so annoying for like, because there's so many Greek philosophers with so many quotes out there that they always had scribes just following them around. Like, do I have to write this down too? That you took a shit and you yelled out, "That felt great! I took a shit. Everyone should try it." Like, yeah, people might need that someday. Maybe there'll be a meme and they'll need that. He's like, "What's a meme?" He's like, "Don't you fucking worry about it, kid."
You know what? I hate even worse than that is the fucking Pythagoreans who started their own.
You can't say, "No, dude, stop it." That's not a thing.
Yeah.
Pythagoreans?
No, Pythag with TH.
Oh, okay. My bad for the word. I thought you said that.
No, that'd be
'Cause
hilarious.
that's the only thing you would do. You would have the Pythagoreans, and they go there, and they were there to be like, "Why don't we fuck adult men?"
The they were excommunicated from Greece. But no. Like they were the math group. Pythagorean theorem: a squared plus b squared equals c
Oh
squared.
yeah, math. That makes more sense than what I was saying.
They were
They were the Asians of
Pythagorean-
Greece.
The Pythagoreans are a meth cult. The Pythagoreans are a math cult.
Pythagoreans just sounds like a what you call it, a fraternity somewhere.
Yeah, SE.
I'm Pythagorean. Me too.
That's
great.
SAE's real name. So I could ditch you.
These stories are 2 for 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're nailing
Happy
it.
birthday, Bobby. Lots
Thanks,
of kid sex on your birthday. We gotta get out of the kid sex stories on your birthday.
So, dude, they started a secret society and a cult that you had to basically be hazed into, and then you find out that the whole thing you got into was just to do math. Like, how mad would you be if after all that you're like, wait, I just know fucking formulas now? I got to do homework?
Why'd you have to be hazed to get in?
Because it was like a secret society. Math was illegal.
Yeah, but that's why math was badass. That's what I'm saying. Like, you would get jumped in and stuff because math was illegal. Nowadays, it's not. Now you just have to be Asian. But like back then, all you had to do, you had to be secret. And everyone's like, "What's 2 plus 2?" And you're like, "I don't know that shit." You had to lie to people. You're not getting me to jail, copper.
Good try, pig. I'm trying to get me to
You
do
have
math.
three in one hand and 2 in the other. How many you got? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just holding shit.
A whole
Not gonna
bunch.
mess me.
Fucking heavy.
Fucking math is legal. Fucking
Praise be to Zeus.
That's why they can have sex with kids, because they're like, I don't know what age is. Math is illegal.
That's why they were so focused on nobody learns math.
Yeah, no one learns math, so we can keep getting away with this.
That was probably
Sorry,
the
Greece.
picture's not
You have
true.
good diners. But all right. Bobby, here, we'll do an adult sex thing. How about that? Can we step it
Yeah.
up to adult sex?
It's the nicest way I've ever been propositioned.
And this helps with you because this is one of the states that you've stomped around in. Ohio sex worker had more than 200 clients while knowing she was HIV positive. And then it says, quotes, risky business.
Well, welcome back, Ben Costa.
No, it wasn't. Alex Oliveria, but he's done that too. He's very good at those things as well. An Ohio sex worker allegedly has contact with more than 200 clients despite knowing she was HIV positive, and state officials are warning anybody who engaged in risky business with her to come forward and get tested. They keep putting risky business in quotes. I don't know why it's in quotes. It really is risky business. It's a business, and it was risky. They don't have to put it in quotes. There's nothing more risky than AIDS.
The world's oldest profession.
By the way, this name is not good for a hooker. Linda Lasessi. Linda the hooker? I don't think so. I hope she had a fake hooker name.
How was the pussy? Little sussy. You know what? I'm going to go with Linda
Little-
Lasessi as my name.
Linda Lasessi, 30. Had 30? She got a lot of numbers in. Had contact with at least 211 clients, at least. 211 is a weird number to say at least. But one guy's like, I'm not sure. I might have been 212. I don't know. I blacked out. I woke up. I had AIDS. I don't know what happened.
Imagine that, Pat. The hooker's bookkeeping isn't the cleanest.
Yeah, dude. Why her bookkeeper sucks. I'm using an abacus over here. Stupid hooker's got an abacus.
I'm Greek.
Then why are you doing math? Go to jail, hooker. All right. Had contact with at least 211 clients with multiple states in the 2 years since January 1st, 2022. Dude, that's numbers. Since 2022, that's like 2 years and change. She had 211 clients. I'm not good at math. But that's a bunch a day, right?
It's at least 2 a week.
Nice. I guess it's not bad, 2 a week. I guess it's not bad. Which
At
is
least.
around when she took an HIV test and learned she was positive for the potentially deadly virus, authorities said. Lasessi solicited most of the clients on Market Street in Marietta. Do you know that area?
Say that again.
Marietta? Do you know that small city?
I do. Let me find the geography. real
On
quick.
Market Street. Did you ever go to Market Street while you're there?
I don't spend a lot of time in Marietta, Ohio.
Well, no one spent a lot of time there because they all got AIDS and died.
Where the fuck is this?
AIDS?
I don't even know what part of
It's a
Ohio
small
this
city
is.
in southeast Ohio on the border of West Virginia.
Yep,
So it's down in hillbilly country.
that makes sense. Okay, I know why I know that area.
Uh-oh, why do you know that area?
Let me just confirm that I think Muskingum's near there.
Muskingum? Licensee solicited most of these clients on Market Street, Meridia, a small city in southeast Ohio on the border of West Virginia, but the possibly infected people are believed to be spread across the East Coast, Bobby. Bobby, do you have AIDS on your birthday?
No, I can confirm for a fact that since 2022, I don't have to worry about this fucking problem.
All right, well, I'm going to send you a picture of this treat.
Ugh.
Okay, I shouldn't have said it that way, but was there a chance that you thought this lady was attractive?
No, I didn't think so.
This is not a good time at all. I mean, even with makeup, I don't think you can
It's
make
like
this good.
it's like there are tiers, right? Like if you're super hot,
Yeah, I'd have tears if I had to sleep with this.
But like if you're super hot, right, you could just get taken to dinner. Oh God, meth face.
Yeah, you see that,
Ugh. Jesus Christ.
Adrian?
But
That's
like
the lady who has AIDS.
if you're super hot,
I just want to show my girlfriend, and she agrees. She goes, "That's what it looks like when you have AIDS." So it's breaking news. Yeah, she's like the bobblehead for AIDS.
it does kind of make you beg the question: how long until they realize that's what's in the Ozempic shot?
AIDS is in the Ozempic shot? No.
I mean, if you've seen an Ozempic
said this?
person and that woman, they look pretty similar. Do you
I
know
don't think
anything
they
else that
have
makes you
AIDS.
lose weight that quickly?
From
AIDS.
your butt. Oh, I thought you meant like where am I pooping from? Like the butt.
But what I was saying
Case
about
could
so like
stem. Oh,
if you're like,
go ahead.
who's the hottest chick you can imagine? Who's the hottest chick you can imagine? Like if I told you to imagine the hottest chick, who do you have in your head? Like the hottest celebrity?
I don't think it'd be celebrity. I don't think so. But I know what you mean. Okay, who's the hottest person?
Yeah. So like she's just
like for
going
you, it's Lindsay
literally.
Lohan.
Yeah, she's literally just escorting. Like she's going on a date with you. You're not fucking. You're not paying. Like that's the hottest of chicks. But as you move your way down the rungs, then you're fucking with a condom. Then you got to do butt stuff with a condom. Like in porn, then there's the fetish chick where you're like, you're not hot enough to do regular porn, but if we can beat the shit out of you, you know what I mean? Like this chick is all the way at the bottom where you do
Yeah, she's
raw
like
dog with
skilly bop bop bop,
HIV.
skilly bop 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 bop. The scat lady.
Oh, yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, I didn't see where you were going with that at first. That was
okay. Sorry. This case could stem anywhere from Florida. Oh, good. Yeah,
no,
I did have a stroke. I thought I thought it was better to say scat that way. This case can stem anywhere from Florida up to the East Coast, but there are local individuals that we will be reaching out to. Washington County Sheriff Office Chief Deputy Mark Warden said in a press conference last week. Police have begun calling through known clients of LaSasse to alert them of the situation, and also by urging anybody else who may have had contact with her to reach out to authorities. Imagine that. Hello, is this the police? I think I have AIDS. I gotta tell you. I guess I'm supposed to call and tell you I have AIDS? I don't know. Like, did you know that lady? It's like, no, I'm gay. Like, oh, wrong phone number. Like, okay.
You're also under arrest because that's still illegal in Ohio.
Oh, yeah, having AIDS is illegal. They're not in trouble. This is a public health awareness. This is not a scam. Send us your credit card and we'll take care of your AIDS.
No, they're saying it's not like a bus. Like, oh, you might have had AIDS if you fucked this hooker. Now you're under arrest. That would be the best thing.
Yeah, that's gotta be that's your get out of jail free card. That's crazy. You're allowed to. I didn't even think of that. You're allowed to call up and be like, "Yeah, I banged a hooker, but you guys said it was okay as long as she had AIDS."
That's yeah. I mean that might not be
like, but that's not what we meant. We didn't mean it's okay to. We just meant we're not going to arrest you because we're going to make sure you're okay. I mean, we are the police, so later on we will arrest you, but not right now. We're going to follow you around for the rest of your life until we catch you doing it again. But
hey, officer, I'd like to know what's that thing where you don't get in trouble if it's a certain amount of time? You know, like since you did the crime.
Oh, what's it called? The
Oh no, statutory rape. That's what I meant. So I
No, it's not called
statutory
statutory
rape
rape.
somebody with AIDS. I get off, okay?
The
The cop's like, no, you meant statute of limitations, and no, you're going to prison.
dude, that has to be crazy though. Like I didn't even think of that. So 211 people. How many of them do you think were married?
In Ohio?
Well, they said all over the East
Probably
Coast. She
like
did in Ohio. They were coming to Ohio, but like it's all over the East Coast. So
probably like 100, at least
I
half.
would think more than that, dude. I would think 75% of them were married or in a relationship because they're
'Cause it's-
banging this gross ass lady. So like
exactly. I was
they
gonna say
don't.
that
They have
says
to.
convenience.
They have to call the police, and then their significant others like, "Why are you calling the police?" And you're like, "Oh shit, I gotta tell you too. Fuck. Do I get the same thing? The police said I'm not in trouble. How about you make it so I'm not in trouble? The police. What? Are you
Look,
better
babe,
than the police?
I'm gonna tell you
You
something.
think you're better than the police, lady? So what? So I got AIDS from a hooker. Sue me. Like, you know what? I will. Like, oh, God damn it, you can? Like, yeah. You gave me AIDS. Anyone who has been in Lacesse, been with, it should say in. Like, anyone who's been with Lacesse is asked to be brutally honest with officials. Marietta Belpre Health Department is a judgment-free zone with full confidentiality, said Barbara Bradley, Health Department Administrator, and wants to leave her job as soon as possible because she has to take all these calls from men going, I got AIDS. Okay. Adding that relatives of Lacesse clients and anybody who has sexual contact with them are also vulnerable to the risky business. Dude, they keep saying risky business. Lacesse was arrested May 13th for soliciting sex on Market Street, after which police learned she was HIV positive and had known for more than 2 years. The next day, she was indicted for engaging in solicitation after a positive HIV test, a third-degree felony. Dude, she can't stop, won't stop, this lady.
Yeah, fucking nuts.
So who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it a lady with AIDS banging everybody? I mean, she is a hooker, and that's her job. She can't, just because you're injured, what does your coach always tell you? Are you hurt or are you injured? It's like, she's like, well, I can still go, coach. Like, all right, to get in the game. Is it meant for getting hookers? Stop getting hookers. It's never going to work out for you. It's stupid. Stop paying people to have sex with you. Work better on your personality, stupid. Make people happy. Care about them. Then they'll give you sex sometimes. That's all you got to do. If you don't, here's your punishment. AIDS. Is it AIDS? What are you doing here? AIDS, you're supposed to be gone. I've seen commercials with pills and stuff so you can go camping and everything. AIDS is supposed to be the 80s stuff, not now. AIDSies. That's what they called that whole decade. So why you don't need it now? That's dumb. Is it the cops for like, hey, it's not a scam. Just come in and tell us about your age. That feels like a scam when you say it's not a scam. That's kind of crazy. Or is it the cops who found out after arresting her she had AIDS? How'd you find out? They didn't say that part. Did she confess? Did you have sex with her and go, why does this feel weird? Like, you got AIDS, copper. She's like, oh, no. Or how'd they find that? Or the cops were letting her go and letting her do it another time before she got a third-degree felony. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Or is it the person that we know will find out she's out in the streets again, bail her out, and then go, I don't care about AIDS, and bang her anyway because that guy stinks in life? Who's the piece of shit in this story?
For me, it's the anyone who wants to be a cop in that Marietta. I knew why I knew it. A few years ago, there was a guy who had a private zoo there and then killed himself and released all the wild animals. So they just let the people of Muskingum go and hunt the wild animals to save the town.
What?
Like being a cop in this area is a TV
He owned
show.
a zoo
like,
and he released all the animals, then he killed himself?
When you say zoo, picture more Tiger King, less like, national
Okay, yeah, but
zoo.
still, he had a plethora of animals. Did he release them?
Yeah, like monkeys,
I never heard the
tigers,
story.
bears. Yeah, and like killed himself and released them all right before he did.
Oh
And so
God.
like there were just bears and animals and tigers terrorizing the town. So all these hunters who live in this area were given full reign to go big game hunting to protect their working as a cop there. It's a TV show. What are we dealing with this week? Wild animals on the loose. What are we dealing with this week? Super hooker AIDS. You know what I mean?
Super hooker AIDS.
Yeah.
Super hooker AIDS.
Fucking move. Nothing good happens there. Go to Columbus. It's like a stone's throw away.
Lord. I think the piece of shit in the story is the lady with AIDS.
I mean, she's providing a service we all need.
Yeah, but
Thinning out the
I
herd.
don't know. I think you already know you've got men at a vulnerable place. You already know that they're, doing something they shouldn't be doing. They're still paying you money for your service when you run an illegal business. I'm not saying you have to be 100% honest, Linda, but you're not even using a fake name. You're Linda. Someone named Linda should tell the truth. Hey, listen, if you want to have sex, we can, but I wanted to let you know that I am HIV positive. I have condoms here. You can, if you want to do that, there's pills and stuff now, but I'm letting you know. Just letting them raw dog this gross ass lady, and then everybody got it. I mean, they didn't say they raw dog, but I would guess if she was like, it was all protected, they wouldn't be as crazy about calling people up. They'd have to call anyway. But the fact that they're like, everyone please call, I don't think there was ever any kind of protection ever with this woman.
A face like that screams bareback.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're definitely not making eye contact with that jackal. It's like,
Bareback means no condom.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. No, I said you're definitely not, going that route.
Making eye contact. Yeah.
Well, no, because no, I understand what you're saying, but I'm also was adding to it, Bobby, that you're also not making eye contact. If you looked at her in the eyes, you would go, "There's something diseased here."
Why would you look her?
You know what I mean? Like you would look at it and go, "Oh, this looks rotten."
This bitch is a modern day Medusa.
Yes, Medusa.
Yeah. So,
Bobby, why don't you promote some stuff?
So, ladies and gentlemen, as Pat said at the beginning of this beautiful broadcast, his birthday present to me was a couple gigs at the Brouhaha coming up at the end of June, so you definitely want to be there for that. Additionally, the 20th, I'll be at the Bijou. The 14th, I'll be at the Ema Theater. If you want to see me, hit me up, and I'll let you know if I have any dates in between then. And, yeah, send Pat money for me.
Yeah, give me money to give to Bobby, and I won't tell him about it. Yeah, it's Friday, June 28th and Saturday, June 29th, 8 p.m. It's at the River, or Waterfront Restaurant and Bar in Wethersfield, Connecticut. It'll be 2 days. Bobby will be featuring, and then a really funny comic guy in Connecticut named Mike Massaro will be hosting. We'll have a lot of fun there. And I'll be headlining those shows. I have one show each night. You can get your tickets at comedycraftbeer.com. They're only $25, and it's a real nice place. So come check it out. It'll be a lot of fun. And if you're someone who wants to come see me, but won't be able to make it in August to the album recording, this will be basically the rough draft of everything. Because after that, I'll have a whole another full month of running it, and that's about it. And in July, there's not a lot of places to run stuff, so this will be one of the getting it real ready. So we're getting close. We're only a couple months away, so we'll have dates for the album soon. But go check that one out. Please hit like, subscribe. I know that you're on Patreon watching this, but you can still, when you click on it, you can see the thing. You can still have likes on there. It's nice. If you are on the Patreon, thank you very much for watching. If you're watching this morning, not sure yet about tonight, Bobby. I was thinking about this, and I think we should give you your birthday off. We can always just do the Tuesday show another time this week.
That sounds like a good plan.
And I think if you're going to have it off, I should also have it off. So why don't we just say for everybody, hey, you have this show today, and we'll let people know later. I'll promote this later on today, saying instead of the show, we have this one, for the birthday show. Or I was thinking, should I post it? No, we'll announce it. It'll either be like Wednesday or Thursday. We'll do maybe Thursday.
Maybe Thursday. It's been pretty pedophile.
Because Thursday we usually do a Thursday thought. We won't be doing much. So if you don't want to do that one, or I don't want to do that one, whatever, we can just do the show then. We'll announce very soon here on the Patreon. We'll let you know. But yeah, no Tuesday show, no tonight show. Bobby's birthday. Let him get jiggy with it, as the kids say, and do that. So
from your lips to God's ears.
Yeah. Jiggy is legal to say. Other words are not. But
just ask Greg Maddox.
Yeah. Well, no. Austin Maddox. Greg Maddox didn't do anything wrong.
I thought he was the JJ Redick of baseball.
No. Yeah. Oh,
he also had that Toronto incident.
And, he goes to Toronto and bangs. Oh no. Get out of Toronto. Do you have a story? I got more.
I have one. It's not a great one. So if you have a good story, I'd be interested in one of yours.
Well, I've got one that's actually written by a guy you mentioned earlier today.
Ben Costa?
No. Piers Morgan wrote an opinion piece, and the New York Post posted it.
My opinion is dicks are tasty. Guns are not. We should allow dicks but no guns because I'm a British cock wobbler.
Well, Bobby, this is going to change your thoughts on what you think about Piers Morgan, because I think he kind of relates to you more than you think sometimes with certain thoughts. The title of his article is "It's Time to Stop the Unfair, Unequal Madness of Trans Athletes Destroying Women's Sports." Piers Morgan coming all out and firing. The booze said it all. As Aiden Gallagher crossed the finish line Saturday to become the Oregon girls 6A 200-meter state champion, the crowd booed loudly. As they loudly booed again when sophomore Gallagher, from McDaniel High in Portland, stood on the podium to receive a winner's medal. But they cheered when the second place runner's name was announced. It was a very unusual reaction to the result of a state athletic competition, yet it might turn out to be a historic one. Because the reason Gallagher was such an unpopular winner is that the sprinter is a transgender woman born a biological male with a demonstrably superior physiology to the female competitors. In fact, as the viral video clips from the race showed, Gallagher towered over the vast majority of all the runners, displaying a vastly greater height, power, and speed that made an absolute mockery of any pretense of fairness or equality. Gallagher won the 200 meters in 23.82 seconds, one of the fastest times in state history. For women, that is. Not for men. The runner-up was Roosevelt sophomore Astor Jones, the younger sister of University of Oregon track standout Lily Jones, and a rising star of women's athletics who won the 100 meters. She would have expected to win the 200-meter race too, and indeed would have won if not for the presence of a biological male. Despite initially leading, Jones was blown away by a surging Gallagher. It was like watching Usain Bolt compete in the women's 200 meters and annihilating current world champion Shericka Jackson. She's run it in 19.19 seconds, while Jackson's fastest time is 21.41, over 2 seconds slower. It's not because Bolt is a better runner, it's because he is bigger, stronger, faster male biology, which is why the sexes are separated in athletics. And that's why it's so unfair for trans athletes to compete against women. World Athletics have already concluded this and barred them, but many lower-level U.S. sports bodies have been shamefully slow to follow. Why? Simple. State-sponsored moral cowardice. The Oregon School Activities Association, OSA, has a policy for transgender participation in high school sports that says the OSA endeavors to allow students to participate for the athletic or activity programs of their, you know what, fuck him. He's going to go on forever and ever. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it a transgender boy for becoming a girl so he can be really good at track and field? Is it everyone at the high school place who just said, fuck it, let's boo a child? Listen, if they're adults, it's one thing. This is a very confused child. Maybe booing the shit out of them won't really help. I know everyone thinks kids are open, but not every kid is open-minded nowadays. I know you think that 'cause you see it on media, but that kid's probably already getting like bullied and stuff, and now to be booed by everyone is insane. Is it the girl who came in second, who didn't just fucking protest? You are a up-and-coming track star who might run for the Olympics, whose sister is already one of the top track stars of all times. You can easily say, I am not running this race, or you will not have the best female runner in the here. I'm going to make a big stink unless you do something. Instead of running it anyway, in the loss column, getting a loss, and then just getting booed and getting a weird cheer. Like, that's weirder. Say something. Be strong about it. Whatever. Is it Piers Morgan? For fucking writing an article where at one point he's like, fuck these stupid kids. They're running around being dumb. I get it. It's an opinion, but it's not really the harshest take. You're yelling at children from Oregon. Once again, there's a lot of adults you can yell. Where was your article about the lady man from UFC who was punching the shit out of all those ladies? Where's that article? You're not hurting anybody by just losing in a race. It's like, yeah, it's not fair, but they didn't get hurt because of it. You know what I mean? There's no injury to it. Nothing bad's happening. It's just a loss. You just run track. No one gives a fuck about track anyway. Who's the piece of shit in the story? Or is it transgender people? Just start your own leagues. There's supposedly so many of you. Have your own league. If there's transgender WNBA, so the TNBA would be better sports than WNBA. It would be, because at least it's somewhat males pretending to be female playing basketball. So it could be good. It might not be bad. It'd be interesting. The team names would be nuts. Maybe one team would be the Nuts. Who knows? It's the Los Angeles Tucks or whatever. It could be anything you want.
I kind of like
the Seattle She-Males. These are great teams. Start your own fucking league. Who's the piece of shit, Bobby?
I like your idea. Let's get all the trans people in one area, and then we can round
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
them up, if you will. Yeah. No, I like this.
That's not what I said.
It's a league of their own.
Oh no.
For me, the piece of shit in this story, Pat, is that Uncle Tammy Piers Morgan. Okay, look, you look like a trans man, and you're gonna attack the trans athletes. Come on,
He's just
represent your own
old.
culture. No, Pat. Let me tell you something about British people. That's their karma for literally owning all of the world. Is that they turn into trans people around the age of 50. It like literally it happens to all of them. They grow tits, they lose all their testosterone. Piers is running around talking about shoving guns up his butt. Represent your own. Yes, do I agree with the sentiment behind what he's saying? Sure, but it's easy to jump on that opinion now when your whole life's been spent on the other side. So for me, it would still be Piers. Also, he acts like he's this intelligent guy. He was on a show called America Has Talent. No, America
They got it. They don't have
Okay,
it. They got it.
What is that? America? What is that short for?
You focus on
America,
that. I think he was on one season.
America Has Got Talent. Apparently, America hasn't got a fucking dictionary because that's not proper English. So you
It's
want
not
to walk
has
around
got. It's
here?
America's Got Talent.
Yeah, because what's the apostrophe S stand for? America has got. That's what that means. It's called a contraction.
All the Americas. America's
And
got it.
here's
We
a
got it.
contraction.
It's a talent show, Bobby. You could be trans in a talent show.
I mean,
That's a talent. Tucking is a talent.
being
Not
oh,
knowing you got a cock.
I thought you meant being trans and making it to 30. That's a talent.
Yeah, that's a talent.
Yeah. But anyway.
Hiding it for that long? Being known as a trap?
Exactly. It's Piers. Mind your own business. Fucking
Well,
worry about your country.
I mean, what if Piers wants to run in track and field and he doesn't want to because trans people are going to beat him?
Trans people, retarded people, a kid in a walker. My man's tugging around a whole cider keg's worth of belly.
Yeah, retardeds get their own Olympics in sports. Why can't the trans people?
They do. We just said the retardeds get their own Olympics in sports.
No, a separate one. They're not retarded. They're just weird.
Physically.
Yeah. So I really, dude, I'm on board. That might be our Thursday thought. We might really come up with our like leagues of sports, what the team names would be, what other sports that you think what sport, maybe we think about this, Bobby. Maybe Thursday we think about what if trans people were given their own sports, what sport do we think they could popularize to make theirs the best? Like right now in America, like I think women are better at soccer than men. There's other sports too, but like for the most part, if you look at those the leagues and in World Cup play and stuff like that, the American women are better than the men when it comes to records and things of that nature.
Yeah, records against other women. They played a D3 school and got beat.
No, I'm saying so they're more
13-0.
known for that thing. So what sport can the trans people take? Besides,
Be
maybe
popular
softball, but
at.
that's
Okay,
really
all right,
women's.
I'll say popular. I don't want to say better at. Sorry, that's a touchy
I'm
subject.
saying become their number one,
household.
become their sport. You know what I mean?
Dude, I think it's got to be gymnastics.
For trans, they can't do it with the penis.
That's my point. Like, how bad do you want to win? Like, you got to make it hurt.
No, but I want them, and we're saying we're trying to make it watchable, not make it grosser. They're in a unitard with their cock hanging out. Then no, thank you.
You know what? I think this is something we should get people involved in too. Because I was re-listening to Ricky Gervais's radio show, and they did a story where the midget fighting league in Indonesia was getting shit talked by a guy who was like, "Yeah, well, I've got a lion fighting league," and he was like, "My midgets could beat your lion." And they said, "Want to bet?" And the fight had to be called after 10 midgets were murdered.
Oh no, that's real.
And like 42 were severely injured. They lost the whole midget fighting league.
Wait, did the midgets have a say in this, or was the guy just throwing them out there?
That's up to a lot of heated debate, Pat. They don't really know if it was their choice or if it was just go get them.
Oh no! And on that note, happy birthday, Poppy. 10 dead midgets in your honor. It's like a Muslim thing. But so thank you everybody for watching. There'll be no Tuesday show tonight. We're doing a nice easy one today. 1 hour is beautiful. Bobby gets some rest on his birthday, and then back happy, shiny, and new tomorrow morning, Wednesday, 8 a.m. for our next POS mornings. Bobby, anything you want to share first or say, and then like words of wisdom and get us out of here?
Nope. It's my birthday, but the president is getting to be a presence in all of your lives every morning. This has been one of the best things going, doing the POS show every day. So thank you so much, Pat. And yeah, definitely come out to see us at the end of July and the beginning of August.
End of June.
That's what I meant. Sorry. End of June,
Okay,
beginning of
just make
July.
sure
I got
I
that
wanna make sure you
backwards
had
in
the
my
right
head.
dates. I was like, fuck.
No, I do. I just said it backwards. All right. Thanks, everybody. Don't be
No
a piece
problem.
of shit.